Okay. Hey. I thought that I would sit down and make an official declaration that I'm doing the Three Rivers Homestead Pantry Challenge from Jessica over there. And I've been doing it for about a week now. Not officially or anything, but today I sat down and I made some rules for myself. Because I know that if I don't write down rules for myself, then I will break the imaginary rules that I have in my mind. So I know a lot of you guys that watch this also follow her, and so if I don't sit down and write out actual things for it, then I'm not going to do it because that's just who I am. So I sat down and I wrote down some rules for myself. And my number one rule, I know that this might sound silly, but no going in the actual grocery store. I have a weakness. I cannot manage to go in the store and out of the store in less than like half an hour. I can send my husband in the store for something super quick and he's out in 5 minutes, but I cannot pass up a good deal, and so I walk around the whole store looking in all of the manager selection spots and stuff like that, looking for a good deal. And so I knew I couldn't go in the actual store. But this is my first time. I have watched other people and thought about doing it last year, but I was too nervous, and so I didn't. Anyways, I was mentally trying to figure out what I would do. But this year I am committing to it, and I'm just going to do it for 1 month because I have never done this before, so I'm not going to push myself as far as 2 months that some people do it or whatnot. But the thing that I love about her pantry challenge is that you make up your own rules. That's her only rule, is that you make up your own rules. And so these are the rules that I made myself. No going in the grocery store. I signed up for Walmart Plus a couple years ago because one of my kids was having a really hard time she was being a 2-year-old in the grocery cart, and after 4 times of walking out of the store on different days and just leaving my cart with everything in it, and because she was doing not appropriate behavior for the grocery store and everyone was looking at me and I felt like a total fool, I decided I was just going to do Walmart Plus for the next 6 months or whatever until she grew out of that phase that she was in. She would literally not sit in the grocery cart, and that was a horrible experience. So I paid the money for Walmart Plus and I have loved it. There were days when I could not go to the grocery store, and so I did a Walmart delivery, which you have to pay a tip. But anyways, I'm totally getting off of subject. But if I'm going to need to get anything from the grocery store, I'm going to do either the pickup options, which all of our stores around here have, or I'm going to do delivery from Walmart. And I have kind of a love-hate relationship with it because the produce that you get from the pickup or the delivery is not always what I would choose, like at the peak of readiness or whatnot that I need. So that's a little bit difficult, but I figured it would save me a lot of money by just picking it up than it would if I went in the store, because I am the worst at sticking to a budget when I'm in the store. If there's a sale, I stock up on it. So less impulse buys by going in the actual store. The exception is sausage. My husband is a man of habit, and he has two sausage patties with a slice of melted cheese on it for breakfast every morning. And about every year it switches. Maybe it's a breakfast burrito one year, maybe it's the sausage patty thing, maybe it's a frittata, but he sticks to it. And so this past year, it's been 2 sausage patties and 2 slices of cheese. He's very predictable, but they have been out of sausage for forever. And so I can check on my Walmart, and he likes specific brands. So I can check on my Walmart app and see if it's in stock. And if it is in stock, then I'm going to go and I'm going to buy a lot of it because they have been out of stock for a long time, and it literally ruins his whole day if there's no sausage patties. So that is my one exception, is to go get sausage. The other rule that I have for myself, I was upstairs doing a little thing, so I will include that in here. But the other rule that I have for myself is to clean up the actual pantry, like organize it. But I'll stick that little excerpt in there from earlier. Yes, so that's part of my pantry challenge, is to physically clean out the pantry, not necessarily by eating it, but just wiping it down, getting it organized, stuff like that. And I know that the pantry challenge is to get rid of your food to make more room for more food for the new harvest season that's coming up. And I'm so excited to be in this house because I have room for a garden here. And I was just chatting with my husband last night about the plans to make a garden and stuff like that. And I'm just getting excited about it because my little boy loves sugar snap peas. And when I told him that my plan was to plant some sugar snap peas, his face just lit up so much. And so he's so excited for that. So that's part of the future for us, is to have a garden here, because we haven't really in the past, because all of our homes were either didn't have a yard or we were renting, and so we couldn't have anything there. My other hopeful thing for these next 4 weeks is to make some fun snacks with the kids, like homemade goldfish or homemade crackers or anything that they normally eat that they would get at the store. I want to try and make a homemade version with them to see the process, and just that you can make it at home. This is not something that you can only buy at the store and stuff like that. So I've never made homemade crackers before. I don't know how they're going to turn out, but I would like to try and make homemade crackers. And yes, so that's my other goal. One of my other goals for the next 4 weeks is to make fun snacks with my kids, because they're more likely to eat it if they participate in it. My other goal for myself is to use up and make our apples. We did a farm share last summer because we had just barely moved into this house and the yard was in shambles, and there was no gardening anyways. There was no hope for a garden. And so I did a farm share, which I was really excited about and I really enjoyed. And every Tuesday I would go and pick up my farm box, which consisted of a 4 person's worth of whatever was available that week. And I also picked up an extra bushel. I did an extra bushel share, I guess. I got a half bushel of tomatoes, pears, apples, and peaches. And so I had a lot of apples, and my kids love apples, but we couldn't go through them fast enough. And so I spiralized them and I put them in the freezer until I could figure out what to do with them. But during this 4 weeks, I want to either make apple crisp and apple pie, and to keep them in the freezer so that they're ready. Instead of having frozen apples in the freezer, having a frozen something I can use right in the freezer so that I can just pull it out and use it, instead of dreading making it from the whole start to finish process on the day that I want to eat it, So that is my goal, to use up those apples. And from the farm box, we also got bell peppers, which I do not love bell peppers, but we got them. And my goal from the farm box was to use up, or let other people use up, as much of it as I possibly could, to not let any of the farm box go to waste. And so one of the very last things that we got was a bunch of bell peppers, and I do not like bell peppers. I think they taste like dirt. or like dirty water. I don't know. But I'm not a fan of them. And so my goal is to figure out something that I can eat these in that will be delicious. And I don't know. If you guys have ideas of how to use up bell peppers that are delicious, they're currently diced. So it can be stuffed bell peppers. I guess I could put them in like a casserole dish or something like that. But a good way to use up bell peppers that I don't have to just have them taste like dirt water. Anyways, that, as silly as that is, that's one of my other goals. One of my other goals is to use up the random cuts of meat in my freezer that have been sitting there for quite some time because I don't know what to do with. Like I have a turkey. It's like I don't actually know what's inside. It just says white and dark meat. I don't know if it's like ground up. I don't know if it's like sliceable, because if it's sliceable, I'll eat that on a sandwich all day long. But yeah, to use up that turkey, we got it for free, and so I don't necessarily know what to do with it, and I don't know what to expect, so I haven't used it. But that's one of my goals, is to use up that turkey thing, and then to use up some of the cuts of beef that we don't normally use. And then I also have like a random pre-made tortilla soup, a bag of pre-made tortilla soup that it's been in there for forever, and we just need to use it up. Which I think I'll actually like it once I open it up, but it's just a lot. It's like a gallon, and that seems daunting to me. I'm not really a soup person because the inside of my body gets hot, and I don't enjoy being hot. And so I gotta figure out a very cold day to eat that tortilla soup on. But I think that's it. Oh, and obviously to make all the bread that I need, because I'm not gonna be going to the store. My main goal when I get my grocery pickup or whatever is to just buy fruits and vegetables, because if I don't have fresh produce in the house, I feel like I'm gonna die. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I just love fresh produce, and it's so good. And we really don't have very much frozen produce right now. We just have like one drawer's worth of like random. This was in part of the drawer, so who knows. But I need some more like frozen produce too, and we didn't have a garden or anything, so I don't have canned green beans. I'm literally quite out of vegetables, and I have frozen fruit, but I'm out of like frozen veggies, so I need to be able to give myself the grace to go to the grocery store to get produce. So that's my other thing. And I would also like to make some freezer meals from the stuff that I have. I just keep popping up with other wish list things that I hope to do, and I hope I'm not giving myself too much to do, but I would like to learn how to make rice-a-roni. I love rice-a-roni so much, but I've never been able to get the seasoning as good as they get it. They probably have MSG in it or something, I don't know, but I love rice-a-roni, and my family loves rice-a-roni, and if I could figure out how to make homemade rice-a-roni, that would be awesome. So my goal is to like figure out some new recipes that I don't have to buy from the store anymore, that I could just make at home, because I know I probably have all of the ingredients there, but it would be great for me to be able to learn how to make it at home. So yes, all in all, I'm not going to be going into the grocery store. I'm going to be doing grocery pickup when I feel that it's necessary to go to get more produce. I want to clean out my pantry and clean out my fridge, do a nice good clean out so that it just feels fresh. Needs a little freshen up. And then make up or use my apples and find some way to use these bell peppers. And then make fun snacks with my kids. And I think that's pretty good. I mean, we're hoping to have a garden this year in this new home, and so I want to be able to have the room to store it, and right now we don't really have any room, so I need to use up the stuff that I have. And it will stretch me, and hopefully I'll learn to like something. Maybe it will be bell peppers this year. I don't know. But I'm hoping to learn to make something new and to like something that I didn't make before. So if you are doing the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge, let me know what your rules are. If my rules sound too unrealistic, which they might be, I don't think they are. I don't think they are. In 4 weeks, I can do 4 new recipes and learn how to use bell peppers somehow. I don't think that's unrealistic. But yeah, just let me know what your plans are for the pantry challenge. And you're probably halfway through the pantry challenge because I'm 2 weeks behind. Well, I'm really a week behind. But let me know your best recipes for bell peppers is all I'm asking, because I desperately want to use these and not hate it. So I hope that you were able to use up something in your pantry today, and I hope you have a good day. Bye!